The English-language foreign press has been somewhat silent on Rafi Hovhannisyan's post-election momentum. NewEasternEurope.eu mentioned that the presidential candidate, who came in second in Armenia's February 18th presidential election, is on the road to, in his words, reclaim the people's victory through what is called the Barevolution. Most major international news sources had already declared President Serge Sarkisyan the winner by the day after the election and moved on from the story altogether. As the returns came in on election day, sources like the BBC reported Sarkisyan's expected victory, noting that observers criticized the election for failing to present voters with any real choice, after several of Mr. Sarkisyan's most well-known opponents withdrew from the contest. The New York Times in particular wrote of President Sarkisyan easily winning re-election with 59% of the vote, and wrote off his opponent Rafi Hovhannisyan as coming in a distant second with 37%. Bloomberg was one of the few major news sources to pick up on Hovhannisyan's rejection of the election results, and called on citizens to join him in Yerevan's Freedom Square to protest, saying that the results don't reflect the will of the people. The following day, the U.S. State Department commented on the election results, saying that it shared the concerns of international observers about a lack of impartiality on the part of the public administration and the misuse of administrative resources that resulted in a blurred division between the activities of the state and those of the ruling party. It referenced serious violations and encouraged law enforcement officials to take appropriate action in response to these election violations. Prior to the vote, The Atlantic had pointed to the dichotomy of the varied and sometimes downright bizarre events marking the campaign period. As the Voice of America described, during the 4-week campaign, one candidate was shot, one went on hunger strike, one dropped out, and 2 refused to vote. Despite this bumpy road, voters appeared to show little interest. Now over a week after the election, Hovhannisyan is traveling from town to town throughout Armenia, bringing his message of victory to the people. As someone said on Facebook, only in Armenia does the election campaign start after the election.